Welcome to the Dermatology Studio with Dr. Yusra Ayaz.
Welcome to the Explainer. So, what happens when your own immune system, the very thing that's supposed to protect you, gets its wires crossed and decides your own skin is the enemy? Today, we are diving deep into Lichen Planus, a really complex inflammatory condition where the body's own defenses basically go rogue. We're going to break down what it is, why it happens, and what it tells us about our own biology.
All right, here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll define what Lichen Planus actually is and how you'd even spot it. Then, we're going to go microscopic and see the immune system's attack in action. After that, we'll play detective and investigate this huge list of potential triggers, everything from our own DNA to the medications we might be taking.
So, first things first, what is Lichen Planus? Before we get into the specifics, it actually helps to understand the family of disorders that it belongs to.
Lichen planus is part of a group of conditions called lichenoid disorders. Now you can think of this as a specific kind of calling card that the immune system leaves behind. On the outside, a doctor sees these very distinct flat-topped bumps. But if you look under a microscope, that's where you see the real evidence. A dense, band-like army of immune cells all lined up, attacking the boundary right between the skin's top two layers.
Okay, so zooming in a little more. Lichen Planus, or LP for short, is an inflammatory condition. And it doesn't just affect the skin, it can also show up on mucous membranes, like inside your mouth. The key word here is idiopathic. That's just a medical term that means we don't know the single definitive cause. It can pop up out of nowhere and go away, or it can stick around and become a chronic, long-lasting problem.
So how do doctors recognize it? Well, there's this classic little memory aid that perfectly describes the signs. It's called the 5 Ps. The lesions are typically purple, they're polygonal, meaning they have these sharp angles, and they're plain-topped, so they're flat. They show up as papules or plaques, which are just fancy words for raised bumps. And maybe most importantly for the person experiencing it, they are pruritic, which means they are intensely itchy.
Okay, so how common is this really? Well, it's not super common, affecting up to about 1% of adults, but it's not incredibly rare either. It tends to show up in midlife, usually when people are between 40 and 60 years old. And interestingly, for reasons we don't totally understand yet, it's diagnosed more often in women than in men.
All right, so we've seen what it looks like from the outside, but what is actually causing those purple bumps and all that itching? Now we're going to go deeper, right down to the cellular level to see this immune attack as it's happening.
And this really gets to the heart of it. At its core, Lichen Planus is an immune-mediated disease. It's basically a case of friendly fire. The body's defense system, the one that's supposed to be fighting off germs and viruses, gets confused and starts targeting its own healthy skin cells by mistake.
And this isn't some random chaotic attack, It's a super precise strike, and it's led by these highly specialized immune soldiers called T-cells. And their target is very specific, the basal keratinocytes. These are the cells at the very bottom layer of our epidermis, the ones that are responsible for regenerating our skin. This whole attack plan, it's known as a type 1 immune response. You can think of this as the immune system bringing out the heavy artillery. It involves these really aggressive cells, like cytotoxic T-cells and natural killer cells. And they all communicate using these powerful chemical messengers called cytokines, basically shouting attack orders using signals like interferon gamma and TNF. So how do they actually destroy the skin cells? Well, it happens in a few main ways. First, those cytokines we just talked about act like a signal, basically ordering the skin cells to self-destruct. Second, the immune cells can get right up close and release these things called granules that literally punch holes in the skin cells. And third, they release even more cell-killing molecules just to make sure the job gets done. It's a full-on, multi-pronged assault. But why? Why does the immune system make this huge mistake in the first place? Well, one of the leading theories is this fascinating idea called molecular mimicry. The basic idea is that a real threat, like a virus, has little parts on it that look suspiciously similar to parts of our own skin cells. So the immune system gears up to attack the virus, but then it gets confused and starts attacking our own skin cells that look like it. And you can tell a lot about a condition by the company it keeps. We see more evidence for this confused immune system when we look at the other conditions often associated with Lichen Planus. It's often found in people who have other autoimmune issues like lupus or vitiligo, where the immune system is already kind of prone to this friendly fire.
And its strong connection to viral infections, like hepatitis C, also really supports that idea that the immune system's wires get crossed while it's trying to fight off a real enemy.
Okay, so we've got the how. We know the mechanism of the attack. Now let's start digging into the why. What's actually pulling the pin on this immune grenade in the first place? First up, genetics. Now, this doesn't usually run in families, so that's rare, but there does seem to be a genetic component. Research has connected LPS to specific human leukocyte antigen types, or HLA types. You can think of HLAs as the ID cards for your immune system, and it just so happens that having certain ID cards, like the ones you see here, seem to make a person more likely to develop the condition.
And remember that molecular mimicry theory we just talked about? Well, here's where it really clicks. A whole bunch of different viruses have been identified as potential triggers. We're talking about everything from hepatitis C all the way to the virus that causes chickenpox and shingles. It just lines up perfectly with that theory. The immune system goes after one of these guys and then mistakenly turns on the skin.
And what's really interesting here is that it might not always be the virus itself. In some rare cases, a really strong immune response that's kicked off by certain vaccines has been seen to trigger LP in people who are already susceptible. It suggests that any really powerful activation of that immune pathway could potentially flip the switch.
But it's not all just about genes and viruses. The list of potential triggers actually expands way beyond that, into our environment, the medicines we take, and even just our daily habits. And believe me, this list of potential culprits is surprisingly long. Okay, take a look at this. This picture is a fascinating example of a physical trigger. See how those lesions form a perfectly straight line? That is absolutely not a coincidence. It's a direct response to some kind of physical irritation, like a simple scratch. And this reaction has a very specific name.
It's known as the Koebner phenomenon. And what that means is, for a person who's already predisposed to a skin condition like LP, any little injury to the skin, a scratch, a scrape, can cause new lesions to pop up right on that spot. It perfectly explains why you sometimes see these lesions appear in a clean, straight line.
All right, now we're getting into one of the biggest categories of triggers, medications. It turns out that an extensive list of drugs can cause a reaction that looks identical to Lichen Planus. We're talking about certain antimicrobials, a whole range of very common blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors and beta blockers, antimalarials, and even some antifungals, antidepressants, and anticonvulsants.
And yeah, the list just keeps going. Other potential culprits include common diuretics, everyday anti-inflammatories like NSAIDs, certain metals like gold salts, powerful chemotherapy drugs, and then there's this really fascinating kind of ironic twist. Even some of the advanced biologic drugs that are often used to treat other autoimmune diseases can trigger it. It just goes to show how incredibly complex our immune system signaling is. And finally, we get to this grab bag of other potential causes, things you would probably never even think of. For LP inside the mouth, triggers can be things like chewing betel nut, or even a reaction to the mercury in dental fillings. Radiotherapy can set it off. Psychological factors like stress and anxiety are also linked, and even being exposed to certain industrial chemicals can provoke a reaction.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, it's pretty clear there's no single, simple answer for what causes Lichen Planus. It's this really complex puzzle where a person's underlying predisposition meets one of what seems like countless potential triggers. And that leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought. If our own defense system can be set off by so many different things, a virus, stress, a common medication, what does that really say about the delicate, intricate balance between our bodies and the modern world we live in?
Thanks for watching. Hit like, share, and subscribe to the Dermatology Studio. Ask your skin queries in the comments below.